Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man. You already know what it is, man. So let's get right to it. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about Webbie. Now, man, we haven't talked about Webbie in forever, man. Now, for those of you who don't know, Webbie, he used to be a part of a group with Boosie. Now, him and Boosie, man, they had a group while they were young, and they just were a smash hit out the gate, man. Webbie was actually my favorite at that time, you know what I mean? Because when they had Trill ENT, they had so much talent lined up and they were so young, it seemed like a movement, man. You almost thought that they were going to be the future of hip-hop. They were going to do big things. I think even Webbie was on the XXL list. But somehow, man, Webbie kind of fizzled out, man. And I don't really understand why. Like, I know he had some issues there. You know, everybody has their own thing. Sometimes people have some more serious issues than others. But it seemed like him and Boosie going their separate ways and Boosie getting locked up pretty much was the dead end to Trill ENT, man. There was nobody able to carry on that torch, and Webbie, you know, he fell into his own vices, right? Now, Webbie has had a resurgence. It seems like he's even out here booking shows now, man. On social media, he's kind of a personality, and I believe he even hosts like a internet show or maybe even a radio show or something with another host, like a lady. And I don't know, man. It seems like he's doing better than most. You know what I mean? I know he's always on social media showing off his big house, so it can't be all bad, man. Now, a lot of people are hoping that him and Boosie will finally get back together and do some more music, and it seems like that's going to happen in the future because they've been seen at concerts together rocking the stage. Now, today we're going to be talking about another concert that Webbie had on his own in Lafayette, Louisiana, where it got shot up. Now, before we get to the specifics, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and man, let's get it. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about this concert that Webbie had in Lafayette, Louisiana that got shot up. Now, this was a major deal, man. It was a big deal. And, you know, they're still investigating what went down, but somebody unfortunately lost their life, man. Now, it's wild how this can happen at the smallest places and the smallest venues, man. Actually, I think this might happen more at the smaller venues than the huge venues because, you know, sometimes you got a localized scene. People who have an issue with each other, it's easy for them to meet up and handle their issue there at the concert, man, sad to say. Now, this shouldn't dissuade anybody from booking rap artists. There's shows every night. There's shows going on right now or in any part of the country, right, or even out of the country. And there's no type of violent interactions. There's no situation. There's none of that. It's just when it does happen, it ends up making news. And, you know, we got to talk about it. So let's talk about it. Now, there's a report from the local news down there in Lafayette, Louisiana. And basically, man, they detail the whole situation and about how it's been blocked off since yesterday when the shooting took place. Now, the headline says this. It says, State Police, 1 man dead, 1 woman wounded at the district. Now, I'm assuming the district is either a section or a nightclub that they have right here, and this is where the show took place. Now, it says, officer fired weapon during shootout. Now, the story continues by saying this. It says, state police are investigating a shooting in Lafayette on Johnson Street that involved an officer. Here's what the troopers report so far. State police was called in by the Lafayette Police Department at about 2 a.m. Sunday because an officer was involved in a shooting incident. Detectives assigned to Louisiana State Police Bureau of Investigations are investigating the incident. So basically, there was a shooting called in early Sunday morning, and they're just investigating and trying to see what the deal is, right? Now, the report continues by saying this. It says, the initial investigation indicates a shooting happened in the parking lot of the district, troopers say. Now, I'm not familiar with this club or this place, but I'm assuming it's, just a regular nightclub where they book acts to come through, people show up, pay their fee, the regular nightclub. So, okay. An officer with the Lafayette Police Department assigned to a security detail approached one of the groups of people believed to be involved in the shooting incident. As the officer approached, 1 or more persons fired upon him and the officer returned fire. During the course of the shooting incident, a female sustained 9 life-threatening gunshot wounds and 1 male sustained fatal gunshot wounds. Stop right there. So basically, man, some people were involved in a shooting or whatever, started shooting at each other. So I'm guessing this guy, he was working security or whatever, and then he actually also was an officer, and he just said, forget that, man, and just, tried to defuse the situation. Now, in the melee of the fire, a female, she was shot and she's got non-life-threatening gunshot wounds, which is great, you know what I mean? But somebody fatally lost their lives. They say one male. So while somebody in this situation lost their life, and everybody probably left the crib just going out to the club, man, wanting to have a good time. Okay, so the story continues by saying this. It says, the officer was not injured and no other injuries were reported during the incident. Louisiana State Police is the lead investigating agency. The investigation remains active and ongoing. No further information is available at this time, troopers say. Now, I'm guessing they're trying to still piece this together today because, you know, there hasn't been any updates on the story. But in this report, it continues by saying this. It says, witnesses say that multiple shots were fired in the incident. KATC was on the scene this morning where dozens of bullet casings can be seen in the area. And there's also a video that they released on social media where you could see, man, anything that went down, you know, the actual after footage. And they had a reporter on the scene. You could see the bullet casings and whatnot. And we could show a little bit of that. But the story goes on to say that the district is an event center and it hosts all sorts of events, man, to like live fashion shows, music events, nightclub events, trade shows. You know, it's just like an all-purpose facility that boosts up to like 2,000 plus people or whatnot. Now, the story finishes by saying this. It says, last night, there was a concert by Baton Rouge rapper Webbie at the event center. This is an ongoing investigation. KATC will have more information as it becomes available. And then they have a scene from where the person was there live and they showed up. You know what I mean? So Webbie, I don't think anybody was involved from his camp because they probably would have said that, man. But like they said in the story, it's still an investigation going on. They're trying to see what went down with the whole situation. And it sucks because, you know, booking rap shows sometimes has a negative stigma to it. You know what I mean? Because of incidents like this, because of shootings and stuff like that. And then when you have somebody who passes away, it makes it hard for a promoter, man, to actually, you know, do promotions in that city sometimes. You know what I mean? It depends, but I don't know the makeup of Lafayette, Louisiana, but man, sometimes that can tarnish a promoter's, you know, they got to switch up their whole game plan if somebody actually died at one of their events. So tragic to say the least. Now, Webbie hasn't said anything about this on social media as far as I could see. He hasn't said any condolences or anything like that. Not that he has to. I'm not saying that he has to. But it seems like it might have been something that was just a one-off at a rap show that nobody could control. Just two groups that probably ran into each other that had an issue prior to all this, and them meeting at that place was just happenstance. You know what I mean? It sucks, like I said, but man, it's wild out there. So man, that's why I say I stay inside. I'm still on that stay inside team, man. And it looks like we all gonna be back inside anyways, you know what I mean? But what do you guys think about this situation? Do you think when it comes to rap shows, there's a raised or heightened level of security that needs to be there because of the potential for these situations to happen? Or if you even look around at other genres of music, you notice that, man, these things are just not that easy to prevent because, you know, it's just whatever, man. You never have total control of the situation and you'll go crazy trying to do that, man, trying to keep 100% control. At the end of it, man, you just a whole bunch of people going out trying to have fun, and those people come from all walks of life and have their own separate issues. Now, with that, this has been your boy Big Man. Do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and make sure you hit that notification bell so that way you get a notification every time I drop this hot content. And we out of here. Peace.